Hello, I'm Anaya Price, and I would like to tell you about one of my most challenging accomplishments. That was the day I was graduated from the New York City Police Academy. I was a single mother of a 2-year-old. Other cadets had children, but none as young as I. I was a survivor of domestic violence, and I went in with something to prove. I took the test with my best friend, and she and I said, let's just see what happens. I got a high score, and I had to go in first. And I was nervous and unsure. In the academy, I took classes that gained me college credits to this day. We had law, social science, and police science. We also had to pass some other things to get qualified. CPR, driver's ed. I failed that twice, excuse me. I passed it in reverse gear every time. We had rigorous physical education class, which NYPD conveniently called gym. That brought me back to my high school days. My favorite was tactical training. We learned how to shoot near and far, inside and outside. Some people quit, some people retired early because they couldn't do this anymore. I call that just giving up, but not everybody was cut out for this. And some people were fired. It was a long 6 months, and the days and hours fluctuated. The hard part was the days and hours fluctuating and studying and spending time with my daughter. My ex-husband was out of the picture, and my family, who weren't happy about my career choice, had to chip in and help me during this time. My grandparents helped for the first 2 months until my grandfather passed away. He said, "You'll never make this," kid, when he was alive. And after a month in, he said, "I'm proud of you. You're sticking in." At his funeral, his drinking buddies came up to me and said, "You're the police officer. Your grandfather talked about you nonstop. He was so proud." I felt that sense of brotherhood the day he died. That blue wall, as you might say it. There was a new officer there, we call rookies, that sit on people who die. We call sit on. It's when you sit there and you, with the family or not, when someone's deceased in their home, to preserve the body and until the ME comes. And she was nervous and she looked so uncomfortable. When I came in, she looked up. She was happy because she saw me in my little recruit uniform. And my family said she won't take anything. But once I spoke to her, she finally took that glass of water. In the academy, we would not issue guns. So we had to go in the subways and we had to walk home in these uniforms. Everybody in New York City knew what they were. That was a hard part. Because I didn't know who was what and who would pick on me. The best part was that blue wall. When my ex-husband continued to harass me, they gave me a radio to take home. And I was able to go to my neighborhood precinct and change the battery every so often. I also had my best friends, who are now my best friends to this day. Other single mothers who were in the academy class with me. We had a strong bond during this whole entire time. We had lunch together, we studied together, and we also encouraged each other to keep running in that gym class, get over that wall with or without a 100-pound dummy. They were my favorite cheerleaders at the time. And now 2 of them are my godparents to my youngest children. I was so proud of myself on graduation day. My family, who were not crazy about it at first, not big fans, came around and were in attendance. That was a big accomplishment for me. A 22-year-old girl from the Lower East Side of Manhattan and a mother of a toddler and newly divorced. My daughter looked up to me so much that after graduating college, she went to an academy of her own. She went to the Corrections Department of New York State. And now she's a correction officer. And she too was a single mom. And I helped her through that. And I'm so proud of her to this day. I can see the parallels now. I went into the academy with a toddler. And I'm now taking classes, caregiver, and having custody of a newborn granddaughter, the second one around. I never would have thought of this in my whole life. And it's a challenge. But I will have the strength within myself to get through this. Whether you were thinking that you can do something or not, or you can't, you're probably right. Thank you.